We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Double tight.
Here we go, back man. 180.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
4 down.
Here we go. 180.
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught. Nelson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Yeah, baby, boom. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go, back man. 180.
Boys, we got 4 down.
Wentz now on first down. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Sack, baby. Sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight ends right.
Hey, stash. Hey, great 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Now, that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, the way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well.
Come on now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight end
More Tokyo.
3 down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go, 46. 47.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
26.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll check it down to Geis. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
A first carry for Samaje Perine, and he stopped immediately there. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
41's the will.
Check 4.
26.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Out.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Here we go, 46.
Hey, 4 down.
Under.
You go tight. You got tight. You got
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Two tights. Odd. 5 down. Check 3.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Tight end right. We got 4.
Here we go, 180.
Check safety.
Under.
Mike.
Prescott to throw this time. And an alley to run. He's to the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
46.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Tight ends on the loosey. 4 down.
Here we go, 46.
Hey.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Check 31.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
120.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And now running right through him. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
At 52, great. Go. Blue 80.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Hang in
And
there.
on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
There we go. Back man. 120.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
We got 3.
Blue 80.
Throwing is Wentz.
Check 88.
Completes it to Aguilar. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
4 down. Watch 17.
Wentz now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Nice pick.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Go. Blue 80.
A give to Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
On the ball.
Watch run. Hey, 58 is a mic. Going 58's the mic. Switch.
Wentz to throw on second down. Wiggles free. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Strong right.
Lion.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
On second down, here's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Sunday.
Watch 17.
Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Two tights. Hey, 4 down.
Here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz has it left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Redskins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
4 down, 4.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun.
4 down. Check.
2nd down, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Under.
Kill. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight. Watch left.
Here we go, 47.
26.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I got him.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Watch number 29.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here we go.
To throw is Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
180.
We got three down, 3 down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry, and that can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Tight right, tight right.
120.
3 down.
Wentz now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
180.
Deuce. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double tight. 3 down.
List 5-7.
Key 26.
On first down, Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 26. Check
120. Hey, great 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Blue 80.
53 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Larry.
81. Here we go, Pac-Man. Blue 80. What's up?
Let's go.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
53.
Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Yeah! That's a takeaway. Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense score points. Shift.
Here we go. Go to 54. Why 80?
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go.
Here we go. Get out.
Double tight. Hey, boys.
Under.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They start the second half with a run by Geis, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Double tight.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he finds the tight end, Reed. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight on the left. Move. 4.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Man left.
Here we go, 46, 46. Hey, 47.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Flex round. Two tights. We got four.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watch tight end.
Here we go, 47.
Tight end's right. Four down.
Hey, 47. Hey, 26.
Prescott to throw this time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Double tight. Four down.
Blue 80.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
That's it, baby. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here we go. Blue 80.
Now Wentz.
Come on now.
And his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Eagles on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be third and 6.
Even. Four.
Black.
Wentz.
Blitz.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Yeah, baby.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
58, boys. 58 is Mike. It's a party now.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
Go, go. Blue 80!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 80!
5 down, stand up in.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Oh.
Strong right, strong right.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
5 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Come on, for real.
Yeah, buddy.
That's how you hit. That's how you hit. That's right.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, alert 48.
Throwing now is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it. With excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lucky. Go. 180!
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
I got wide.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Blue 80!
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
On play action, Prescott. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go, 47.
4 down. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Check nickel.
Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 23. Back now at FedEx Field, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Here we go. Lady.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now Bell, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Sunday!
4 down, check.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, we got 3, 3 down.
Here's Bell, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go, 47.
58's the mic.
Prescott on 1st down. Dumps it off for Geist. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action now. Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Prescott now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Here's Prescott. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. 180. Hey, 47.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Wide, get wide.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
46. 41's the will.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Now they'll run with Lewis, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Right there.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14.
Double tight.
Hey, stash, stash.
5 down. Stand up in.
Blitz on.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Tight into the right, boys. Tight into the right. Move.
Here we go. Lady.
Stand up in.
Wentz going to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Marshall now, the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide.
They start on the ground with Geis. And an alley to run. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
4 down.
2nd down, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Hustle.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here's Prescott. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey.
Prescott from the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And again, it's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
4 down, check.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Gun.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. This loss means they will not reach their goal of at least being a 500 ball club. And when you don't reach that benchmark, it's an unhappy fan base, front office. Everyone is unhappy.
And you know, in today's NFL, if you don't even get to 500, that puts everyone's job in jeopardy. That's talking about front office people, coaches, players, everyone, because that's just simply unacceptable in today's football.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.
You